You can subscribe to support our channel and turn on the notification bell to be notified of new videos. Mozambique, officially the Republic of Mozambique, is a country in southeastern Africa. Its capital is Maputo. There are about 19 million people. In 1975, Mozambique became independent from Portugal. National Day on the 25th of June 1975. The country was named Moçambique by the Portuguese after the island of Mozambique. After independence from Portugal, it became the People's Republic of Mozambique. There was a big civil war from 1977 to 1992. Mozambique has many natural resources. Portugal, Spain, and Belgium are among the country's most important partners. It is one of the poorest countries in the world. They have the world's lowest life expectancy. In 2012, large natural gas reserves were found in Mozambique. The revenues from the reserves might dramatically change the economy. The only official language of Mozambique is Portuguese. About half the people speak it as a second language and very few as a first language. Languages widely spoken natively include Swahili, Makua, and Sena. The largest religion in Mozambique is Christianity. There are also Muslim and African traditional religious minorities. Mozambique is a member of the African Union, Commonwealth of Nations, the Community of Portuguese-language countries, the Latin Union, Organization of Islamic Cooperation and Southern African Development Community. Geography and climate. At 309,475 square miles, 801,537 square kilometers, Mozambique is the world's 36th largest country. It is comparable in size to Turkey. Mozambique is located on the southeast coast of Africa. It is bound by Swaziland to the south, South Africa to the southwest, Zimbabwe to the west, Zambia and Malawi to the northwest, Tanzania to the north and the Indian Ocean to the east. Mozambique lies between latitudes 10 degrees and 27 degrees south, and longitudes 30 degrees and 41 degrees east. The country is divided into two topographical regions by the Zambezi River. To the north of the Zambezi River, the narrow coastal strip gives way to inland hills and low plateaus. Rugged highlands are further west. They include the Nyasa Highlands, Namuli or Shire Highlands, Angonia Highlands, Tet Highlands and the Makonde Plateau, covered with Miombo woodlands. To the south of the Zambezi River, the lowlands are broader with the Mashonaland Plateau and Lubombo Mountains located in the deep south. The country is drained by 5 principal rivers and several smaller ones, with the largest and most important the Zambezi. The country has 4 notable lakes: Lake Nyasa, or Malawi, Lake Chuda, Lake Kahora Bassa and Lake Shirwa, all in the north. The major cities are Maputo, Beira, Nampula, Tet, Quelimane, Chimoio, Pemba, Inhambane, Zay and Lichinga. Climate. Mozambique has a tropical climate with 2 seasons, a wet season from October to March and a dry season from April to September. Climatic conditions, however, vary depending on altitude. Rainfall is heavy along the coast and decreases in the north and south. Annual precipitation varies from 500 to 900 mm, 19.7 to 35.4 in, depending on the region, with an average of 590 mm, 23.2 in. Cyclones are common during the wet season. Average temperature ranges in Maputo are from 13 to 24 degrees Celsius, 55.4 to 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit, in July, and from 22 to 31 degrees Celsius, 71.6 to 87.8 degrees Fahrenheit, in February. Cities. This is a list of cities and towns with the most people. It is based on the most recent census done for each city or town. The entire country has about 22 million people. These 14 cities have 5 million total. This shows that most people still live in rural areas. Divisions. Mozambique is divided into 10 provinces, provincias, and 1 capital city, Cidade Capital, with provincial status. The provinces are divided into 129 districts, distritos. The districts are further divided in 405, postos administrativos, administrative posts, and then into localidades, localities, the lowest geographical level of the central state administration. Since 1998, 43 municipios, municipalities, have been created in Mozambique. Cabo Delgado, Gaza, Inhambane, Manica, Maputo, City, Maputo Nampula Nyasa Sofala Tet Zambezia Map of Mozambique with the province highlighted. Transport modes of transport in Mozambique include rail, road, water, and air. There are over 30,000 kilometers of roads, but much of the network is unpaved. Like its Commonwealth neighbors, traffic circulates on the left. There is an international airport at Maputo, 21 other paved airports, and over 100 airstrips with unpaved runways. On the Indian Ocean coast are several large seaports, including Nacala, Beira and Maputo, with further ports being developed. There are 3,750 kilometers of navigable inland waterways. There are rail links serving principal cities and connecting the country with Malawi, Zimbabwe and South Africa. The Mozambican railway system developed over more than a century from 3 different ports on the Indian Ocean that served as terminals for separate lines to the hinterland. The railroads were major targets during the Mozambican Civil War, were sabotaged by Renamo, and are being rehabilitated. A parastatal authority, Portos e Caminhos de Ferro de Moçambique, abbreviated CFM, in English Mozambique Ports and Railways, oversees the railway system of Mozambique and its connected ports, but management has been largely outsourced. Each line has its own development corridor. As of 2005, update, there were 3,123 kilometers of railway track, consisting of 2,983 kilometers of 1,067 millimeters, 3 feet 6 in, gauge, compatible with neighboring rail systems, and a 140 kilometers line of 762 millimeters, 2 feet 6 in, gauge, the Gaza Railway. The Central Beira Railroad Corporation route links the port of Beira to the landlocked countries of Malawi, Zambia and Zimbabwe. To the north of this the port of Nacala is also linked by rail to Malawi, and to the south Maputo is linked to Zimbabwe and South Africa. These networks interconnect only via neighboring countries. A new route for coal haulage between Tet and Beira was planned to come into service by 2010, and in August 2010, Mozambique and Botswana signed a Memorandum of Understanding to develop a 1,100 km railway through Zimbabwe, to carry coal from Sarul in Botswana to a deepwater port at Tachobonine Point in Mozambique. Culture. Arts. The music of Mozambique can be for many purposes. These can be religious or for traditional ceremonies. Musical instruments are usually handmade. Some of the instruments used include drums made of wood and animal skin, the lupembe, a woodwind instrument made from animal horns or wood, and the marimba, which is a kind of xylophone native to Mozambique. The marimba is a popular instrument with the Chopi of the south-central coast. They are famous for their musical skill and dance. The Makonde are renowned for their wood carving and elaborate masks that are commonly used in traditional dances. There are 2 different kinds of wood carvings. Shatani, evil spirits, which are mostly carved in heavy ebony, tall, and elegantly curved with symbols and non-representational faces. The Ujamaa are totem-type carvings which show lifelike faces of people and various figures. These sculptures are usually called family trees, because they tell stories of many generations. During the last years of the colonial period, Mozambican art showed the oppression by the colonial power, and became a symbol of the resistance. After independence in 1975, the modern art came into a new phase. The 2 best known and most influential contemporary Mozambican artists are the painter Malangatana Ngwenya and the sculptor Alberto Chissano. Art during the 1980s and 1990s shows the political struggle, civil war, suffering, starvation and struggle. Dances are usually highly developed traditions throughout Mozambique. There are many different kinds of dances from tribe to tribe which are usually ritualistic in nature. The Chopi, for instance, act out battles dressed in animal skins. The men of Makwa dress in colorful outfits and masks while dancing on stilts around the village for hours. Groups of women in the northern part of the country have a traditional dance called Tufo, to celebrate Islamic holidays. Food. Because the Portuguese were there for nearly 500 years, they greatly impacted the cuisine of Mozambique. Crops such as cassava, a starchy root, and cashew nuts. Mozambique was once the largest producer of these nuts, and pausino were brought in by the Portuguese. The use of spices and seasonings such as onions, bay leaves, garlic, fresh coriander, paprika, chili peppers, red sweet peppers, and wine were introduced by the Portuguese. So was sugarcane, maize, millet, rice, sorghum, a type of grass, and potatoes. prego, steak roll, riswa, battered shrimp, espetada, kebab, pudding, and the popular inteiro com piri-piri, whole chicken in piri-piri sauce, are all Portuguese dishes commonly eaten in present-day Mozambique. Entertainment. Football is the most popular sport in Mozambique. Holidays. Independence Day, celebrated on June 25, New Year's Day, celebrated on January 1, Family Day, in Mozambique, is celebrated on April 26, Day of Mozambican Women, April 7, Heroes Day, February 3, Ramadan, celebrated from August 1 to August 30, celebrated among Mozambican Muslims, Christmas, celebrated on December 25, celebrated among Mozambican Christians. You can subscribe to support our channel and turn on the notification bell to be notified of new videos.